Hello and welcome to the tutorial for how to make virtual tours with Panotour Color at Places for Less. The first thing after opening Panotour Pro or Panotour on the laptop is to get a preset. So Places for Less preset 1 that will have all the style information in it. Just click it. As you saw, it took us from the Home tab to the Tour tab. Little intro into the software. On the Home tab, you can select presets or past tours. Most of the work and linking of pictures you will do here under the Tour tab. The Style tab you don't need to touch actually, because all the style settings are already included in the preset that we just loaded. And in the Build tab we have to do a few settings and can build the final tour. So let's go back to the Tour tab. The first thing after opening the preset is we have to save the project. So File, Save Project As, and we will go to Documents. Then either it will be, you will find already a couple agents' names in here, or there will be a subfolder called Virtual Tours, Agent Virtual Tours, something like that. In this case, it is here, and you will find somewhere a folder with your name, or you have to create that folder with your name. Then in there, you will find you will copy the folder tree in, and then all this doesn't exist. Well, actually you can delete that here. It shouldn't be here. And then you have the cities, always Massachusetts, MA, and then the city name. And as a test object today, we're going to do a unit in 1616 Massachusetts Avenue, and we're going to do unit 14. And where do we file the virtual tour project? Well, under the folder VT project. And what do we going to call the file? We're going to call it the whole 9 yards. So MA Cambridge 1616 Mass F Unit 14. Why do we call it the whole 9 yards? In case ever the folder structure get lost. We don't want to have 20 different virtual tours called Unit 14 lying around. We want to know exactly what it is. So just type the whole 9 yards of the address so that at least the human can exactly know where it belongs. And save. As you know, noticed this was the project. So this is This includes all the documents that Panotour creates and needs to create a virtual tour. And at the end, we're gonna build those files that are necessary to upload on the website and display the virtual tour. So these are two different things. One is the project and the other one is the upload part. Once you've saved it under the correct folder and on the correct name, we have to of course add the pictures, or called panoramas. So 360-degree pictures, panoramas, I often use it interchangeably. So add, and we'll go to Documents, find your name, find the unit, and then in here I already put the panoramas or 360-degree pictures under VT Fix. We're going to select them all and open. Now the software asks you that if it should adjust the horizon. Don't do that, click no, because as we found out, Panotour does more bad than good. Now it imports all those pictures. Little orientation, here is the main work area, left upper corner, and you can actually change the size a little bit. Use this, and you can zoom in and zoom out here. Once you selected a picture, it will open up down here, and here you can add points and lots of other stuff. Points are basically connections. You have to tell the software and each picture, okay, from here you can go to here. You always have to make these connections. These are called points. You'll find them here. Here you can see add point. And on the right side are a couple of settings that you can do, either in this case for the particular picture because I selected it. Once I create a connection, here will be selection possibilities for the connection, and if I don't select any pictures, then there are other selection possibilities and things that I can do here on the right. Next, I'll save it again just to be sure. One thing we have to do is for all pictures, so Control A, selecting all of them, we have to do a nadir patch. A nadir patch is basically, we're going to put a logo at the bottom of each picture so you don't see the camera. Click here to select the round places for less logo, PFL log round. You'll find it on the laptop. It's probably pre-selected, but if you don't find it somewhere on the documents and logos, you'll find it. Scale and everything is already done, so that should be it. The next thing we should do is do the order of the pictures. The first picture in the order is the picture where you want the virtual tour to start. That is extremely important because that's the first picture, the first thing that the user will see when looking at the virtual tour. What should be the first picture? In 90% of the cases it will be the living room looking towards the window, because the living room is normally a nice shot. Looking at the windows is the right direction, and from the living room you can normally go to all other rooms. In some cases you want to have the tour start somewhere else because maybe the living room is not nice, or it's not located in somehow in a central location of the apartment. What is our goal? Well, the first picture should be really nice, so you want to have a nice impression of the unit. That's the most important thing. And the second thing is it should be somehow centrally located so that from there the user within 2-3 clicks gets almost everywhere, especially into the key areas. Why is that so important? Because as I found out, a lot of users online only click once or twice and then go to another unit. So they use the virtual tour primarily not to really explore the entire unit. They use it to get a first impression, and they literally just go in, click 1-2 times, look around a little bit, and then leave. 30 seconds very often, sometimes less. So we have to start it at a nice location, and we have to start it centrally. So in this unit, let's expand a little bit down here. Well, this here, as you can see here, is the entrance area. That's not where we're going to start it. That's where we go in into the unit. Here is a closet. That's where we came in. As you can see here in the 360-degree pictures, the sides here, the very left and the very right, connect, and that's basically exactly behind you. Here is the closet shot. Then going further into here, that's the kitchen. Here's the living room. That's the first kitchen shot. That's the second kitchen shot. Then we go into the living room. I think that might be the shot that we're doing. Window shot going outside. Here's the connection to bathroom and bedroom. Here's a closet shot, the bathroom shot, the bedroom shot, and the window bedroom shot. Okay, so the decision here is easy. We're going to use this shot. It's the living room shot, and that goes here into the entrance and kitchen area, here to the bedroom. So that's basically central and a nice shot because of the windows. Now, this has to be the first one in the order, but also in which direction do we want the user to start the virtual tour. You can use this one here to look around and to say, okay, where do you want it to start? Well, you definitely don't want him to start looking at the wall, not back here into the hallway. You want the user to start looking, well, probably like this, into the windows. So it will tell you that this is, these are the settings. Pitch, obviously, that you want that to be 0 because that is balanced. And the default view here is jaw 0. What would that be? Yeah. So here we're going to do char minus 11. And that is about this view. Keep in mind the virtual tour starts rotating to the right immediately, so it might be better to start it a little bit further to the left because it will turn to the right anyway. So let's do minus 20 here. Okay, so that will be the new default view for that panorama, and that's how the virtual tour will start. Well, not exactly yet, because we first have to do the order. So click here, deselect all pictures, go to order. Again, you can make it a little bit bigger, that helps. Scroll down, and we want to have this picture here on top. This one here. So I just drag and drop it. You can also do it with these plus minuses, but I just drag and dropped it up here. So the first one in the order is now the living room shot that we want. We also, at all virtual tours, select the second, third, and fourth picture, because if the user doesn't do anything, the virtual tour will jump after a full round. It will jump to the second picture, then do again a full round, jump to the third picture, and so on. This is for those users who don't realize it's a virtual tour and just sit in front of it and watch it. Happens surprisingly often. So we want the user to see all the important spots. What's the second important spot? Well, obviously the kitchen. So we're going to drag and drop the kitchen to spot 2, also because it's a nice kitchen. The other thing that the user will definitely want to see is the bathroom. So we're going to drag that one up and put that in position number 3. And the fourth picture, I would say, will be the bedroom, or maybe a view. Let's do the bedroom. If there were a balcony, I would probably put that in, but we don't have one, so that goes position number 4. You only have to do the first 4. The most important, of course, is the number 1, because that's where the tour starts. That's really important. To select the order, so the best picture number 1, meaning like the nicest picture and centrally located, and also set the orientation right. Good. We'll save it here and reduce the size again here. We don't need so much. After we've done the nadir patch and the order, the next thing we do is we're going to lay out the panoramas as it is on a floor plan. So we always start by taking the entrance shot and putting it in the middle at the bottom. If you have to drag and drop it a little bit to get a bigger view, just do it. The second shot is the entrance shot. Well, it goes straight up because we just walked straight in. So obviously the next shot is straight up. Then here to the right, we have the closet. So the closet shot here goes to the right of this one. This shot here is further in the apartment. So we're gonna put it here. It's again a straight line up. To the right, we have the kitchen. Let's move it a little bit up. We need a little more space. Because again, 90 degrees around here is the shot that goes deeper into the kitchen. This again is straight up, so that goes here. All the straight line in this hallway, as you can see here, It's the same, we're following this straight line. This is the window shot, it's the left window, so that goes here. You can see here there is another window, so that's the left window. Then we go the shot to the right. Okay. Then we've got the closet shot to the right. The bathroom shot straight. The bedroom shot to the left. And this is the right window that goes up here. Now we select it all and drag it over to the left. Perfect. Then, let's save it again in between. Then we'll start at the entrance. Where can you go from here? Well, you can go only into unit 14. Let's make it a little bit bigger so you can see it. We select a point. 14 is this unit here, and all dots, so all points, all connections will do in lens height. So basically imagine here a straight line exactly in the middle through the picture. All dots should be exactly on that line, except stairs that are going down or up, we would do those dots a little bit higher or lower. So we set the dot here, and then you can see up here it created an error to the first picture in the order. Now that's not the right picture, so what we're going to do here is we're going to make it a little bit bigger so you can see it better. We're going to select this connection, this dot, and drag it up and drop it here at this picture, because we want it to connect from, if the user clicks here, we want him to go into this this shot here, which is the first shot in the entrance area. And down here you can select the orientation. So when the user came from this entrance door, in which direction do you want the user to look? Well, you want them to look straight ahead because they came straight in. So default or target view is good because I already made the pictures in that direction. So straight. Which pointer do we want? It's a default pointer. Even though we went through a door, we don't want it to be either open or closed. We're only going to use open or close for closets because we're going to stay at the same point and just have the door open or close. But every time we walk, even if it's through a door, we use the default point spot style. You can select that up here. So we use the default. Good. That's already it for this picture because there's nowhere else you can go. We select the second picture, and the first dot, it's already selected here. The first dot we do is going back. That's always what we do. We go back first. We can put it here and then drag it exactly to the middle. Default point style, where do we want to go? We're going to select it, and down here, in which direction do we want to look when we go outside? Well, in this case, it's an end point, so you want to look back at the number 14 where we came because there's nowhere else to go and not much out here to see. The second where you can go here is you can open the closet, or you can go deeper into the apartment. Those are the three ways you can go. So if you want to open the closet, well, it goes over here. Now we select open, and this view is again correct, like into the closet. And this one here, this connection goes deeper into the room. So to this connection, where do we want to look here? Now, you could argue that, well, straight ahead, because if you think about it, we came straight from back there, right? So the natural orientation would be to look straight ahead. The downside of that is the user might not realize that here is the entrance to the kitchen. So we want to make them aware of it, because if it's just a two-way, we're gonna make the user look exactly here at this edge. So basically he realizes, oh, hey, I can go here in the living room or here somewhere else, which is the kitchen. In this case, the default target view is correct because I already oriented the camera like that when I took the pictures. Okay, the next thing we do is we go to this shot here. The first thing we do is, well, you can close it, you can go out here, or you can go deeper into the unit. If you close it, you go back to this view, and when you close the closet, first of all, it should say close, and second of all, you want to look towards the closet again, because, well, you just opened it, and when you press close, you want to still look at the closet. The entrance door shot goes down here, and again looking at the entrance door, and the shot that goes deeper into the unit goes to this location, and again target view here. Then we go here. Where are the dots? Where can you go from here? Well, you can go back. That's always the first dot we do. Into the kitchen or into the living room. This shot goes back here, and now we have to turn around, because if you come from the living room area there, you will be looking towards the entrance door of the unit. If you go into the kitchen, you go over here, and here, if you think about it, that's where we came from. We came from out here. You could either, if you want to go straight, you would have the user look directly into that wall. Well, we don't want that, because if there's only one way to go, and basically we want to force the user to go 90 degrees, then that's the right direction, deeper into the kitchen. There's only one way to go. That's the only interesting thing to see anyway, so let's go deeper into the kitchen. And the third connection of that picture goes correctly here into the living room, and here we already selected the default view before, so to this windows, that's perfect. Let's do the kitchen. There's two connections here on this entrance to the kitchen, one going back and one going deeper into the kitchen. The one going back goes obviously out here, and here we came here from the kitchen. Here we're in the bad situation that there's two ways that the user can go from the kitchen. Either she can go into the living room, or she can go towards the entrance. We don't know where she came from, and we don't know where she's going, so we're gonna head the user straight into the wall, and that will hopefully make her look either right or left and realize, or hopefully both, and realize where she wants to go. So in this case, we're gonna make the user look directly into the wall, not because it's nice, but because it hopefully makes the user aware that she can go left or right here. The second connection is deeper into the kitchen, and the target view here is correct, well, perfectly into the kitchen, maybe a little bit to the left. Then selecting the kitchen shot, again, only one way to go, which is back out here, and then when we came from the kitchen, we want to look outside, again, only one way to go. Let's move up to the living room. Well, where can we go from here? Well, we can go back, we can go towards the bedroom and bathroom, and we can go to the left window. The back shot goes here, and we obviously have to turn it around. Now again, here we could make the user like straight, would be looking only towards the entrance door, but again we don't want the user to miss that there is the kitchen here. So here we're facing it on this crossing exactly on the middle of this entrance and the like entrance to the kitchen and the entrance door. Towards the bathroom is here, and again here is similar. We're gonna face it at the edge between the bathroom and the bedroom, so the user notices it. And the window shot obviously goes to the window, and if you go to the window, you want to look out the window. Perfect. Then we go to the window shot. The first thing we do here is always back, so we're gonna drag it here and then drag it all the way exactly to the center here. And the second way you can go is back here towards bedroom and bathroom. So this shot here no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to catch this point. That goes here. Orientation is okay. And this one, no, you have to catch it really well here and then turn around, because if you come from the window, you want to be looking that way. Going further, where can you go here? Well, lots of ways. You can go back, you can go into the bedroom, you can go into the bathroom, or you can open this closet. So let's do that. Going back is this one here, going into the, let's do all the orientation, sorry. Going back, and then orientation would be, if you come from there, actually, well, straight into the wall is probably correct because you don't know where the user wants to turn, so straight into the wall it is. This one here goes towards the bedroom. This is already the perfect view towards the bedroom. Bathroom, well, perfect view in the bathroom. Maybe you want to do it a little bit like this, down and to the right, so the user immediately sees what she wants to see. And this one here goes towards the closet. Again, don't forget the open button, and the orientation is correct into the closet. We start with the closet. The first thing we do is, well, we close it. So here, then you can go into the living room and you can go into the bedroom. Let's not do the bathroom here because you can't really see it. On like here, this short edge that's not really well, so don't do the bathroom connection here because you can't really see into the bathroom. It's blocked by the door. So the first one, the close, will go back here. It will say close, and it will obviously look back to the closet, because if you close the door you want to still be looking at the closet. This one here goes out here and looks into the wall, and the bathroom shot, where's the bathroom? No, we didn't do the bathroom shot, but the bedroom shot goes up here into the bedroom, and that view is correct. Bathroom, there's only one way to go out here, which is back out, and back out leads you to this one here, and when you come out of the bathroom, which is here, you're obviously facing in exactly the opposite direction, so towards the living room. Bedroom, again, first shot is always back out, and then it's the right window. So back to the right window is up here, and when you come here you want to see out the window, and if you go back out you want to be looking probably like this, closet and a little out, so about this if you come out of the bedroom. Window shot, Well, here is only one way to go, which is towards the outside, or basically deeper into the bedroom where we just came from. So here, and turning around like this. So I think I made all connections here, so let's save it. We'll check if I did it correctly once we build the tour. Then we go to build, tap up here, and the first very important thing is to select the right folder for the upload. So we're going to Documents, wherever it is on the laptop that you're using, but you will find your name, MA Cambridge, and so on, Unit 14, and VT Upload. Select this folder. This is really important because Panotour going to suggest the folder that was used the last time, which is of course another virtual tour, maybe the virtual tour of someone else or the virtual tour that you just did before, but you don't want to save into the same folder, or you might screw up the other tour and this tour. So very important, always select the right upload folder and then name it. Again, the whole 9 yards, so MA Cambridge 1616 Mass F Unit 14. So in case it ever gets lost, the file, a human will be able to understand where to put it. Then there are 3 things you have to remember what to do here. The first thing is we don't want to enable flash fallback, so deselect that. And under protection, we don't want to insert the comments in XML code, and we don't want to display the arrows at runtime, which is something that you have to confirm with yes. So enable flash fallback, nope. Insert comments in XML code, no. And display arrows at runtime, no. Don't deselect anything else. So for instance, use multi-resolution. We like that, we need that. Good. Once you've done all that, save again and build. This will take a while. So during that time, you can prepare the pictures for your next virtual tour, or you can run the normal wide-angle pictures through Urban View. Plenty of things that you can do during that time, but don't do anything that requires too much processor power. When you have to do any changes after you built the tour once, and you have to do any changes, like you missed a connection or you have to change the orientation on something, you have to rebuild it, but the next time it will be really quick, only a second or two. What takes so much time is to take those panoramas and create basically bubbles out of it for the virtual tour. That's the stuff that takes so much time. Or you can take a drink outside, take yourself a coffee. I'm gonna enjoy my fruit water now. Thank you. Or you can forward like a few seconds till I'm talking again. So now that the unit is built, the bar down here disappeared. and we can look at what we just created. So press this green play button up there and it will load the last virtual tour that you built. So we'll have to make that fit the screen here. Okay. So here's the intro screen. That's already standard. You click it once and now you can walk through the unit. So the right starting point, we've seen that's what we entered, so that's good. And these are all the connections that we created. I recommend you always start the tour at the spot where you started making the links. So go all the way out here to the entrance, like outside the unit. Take one turn around, see if there's anything that doesn't fit. Okay, looks good, and we can walk inside. So good, orientation is okay. We already checked the connection outside when we just went, so that's done. The next one to the right is